National Law University has been called to confer the degrees upon the candidates who in examination held for the purpose have been found qualified for receiving their respective degrees. Sir, may I have the honor to bring before you the candidates who have qualified for the award of degrees of BA LLB honors for the administration of oath. Let me explain more here. We have 231 students from two batches, 95 girls and 136 boys, 96 from Haryana and 135 All India category.
Permitted.
एड्रेस तो पहले है तो क्यों आ गए ये क्यों आ गए Honorable Mr. Sir, may I have the honor to request you to please administer the oath to the candidates. Candidates are supposed to go to the seats, take the oath first, get the charge degree, only then you can take. Don't be in a hurry, you have waited for a long. Take a oath, get your degree charged, only then you can take them, otherwise you can't. बस अब चला जाऊंगा क्या और बोलूंगा मैं चला जाऊंगा ना वापस
So are you ready for the oath? So are you ready for the oath? Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degree for which you are a candidate and for which you have been recommended, you will, in your thoughts, words and deeds, conduct yourself as a worthy member of this university?
Thank you, sir. मैं बोल रहा हूँ बस कोई Honorable Mr. Sir, I have the honor to present unto you the candidates in person and in absentia who have been examined and found eligible for the degree of BA LLB honors, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the visitor of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, I admit the candidates in person and in absentia for the degree of BA LLB honors of the university and charge them that in their life and conduct they prove themselves worthy of the same.
Take your seats. Take your seats, please. Lordship, I have the honor to request you as a Chief Justice of India and visitor of the National Law University Sonepat to address the convocation, please.
ऐसे ही ठीक। my esteemed colleagues from the Supreme Court of India, Justice Rajesh Bindal, Justice Augustine George Masih, both honorable judges from the Supreme Court of India, Shri Mahipal Dhanda, Honorable Education Minister, State of Haryana, Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra, Senior Most Judge Punjab and Haryana High Court and member of the Governing Council of the University, a very versatile personality among us, Justice M. Kumar, former Chief Justice of J&K High Court, former President of the National Company Law Tribunal, former member of the National Human Rights Commission, a senior advocate, arbitrator, mediator, distinguished judges of the Delhi, Rajasthan and other high courts who have also graced the occasion, Professor Dr. Devendra Singh, Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, National Law University, Sonepat, Mr. Rajiv Mani, Law Secretary, Government of India, Registrar and other officers of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, National Law University, Sonepat, distinguished members of the Governing Council, respected academics, learned scholars, faculty members, proud parents and family members, member of the Legislative Assembly and other public representatives from the state of Haryana, members of the All India Services who are also present here, members of the Supreme Court Bar Association and other learned advocates and members of the legal fraternity, most importantly, my dear students and budding young professionals, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to witness a young institution coming of age, demonstrating clarity of purpose and academic commitment. Let me begin by extending my heartfelt congratulations to the graduating students assembled here today. This is a moment of pride for each one of you, for your families who have supported your aspirations, and for the teachers and mentors who have guided you through these formative years. The undertone during a convocation is celebratory and sometimes even festive. Yet years later, when you look back, you may realize that this was also a quite reflective day. A day when something came to an end and something else about which you were not so certain but otherwise far more meaningful had begun. For you, as the first graduating batch, this moment carries a special weight. You will always be remembered, not because you were the first chronologically, but because you will shape what this university comes to mean through the lives you lead. This moment of personal transition does not stand in isolation. It is anchored in the journey of the institution that shaped it. As you prepare to step beyond this campus, the university too pause to reflect. For this institution, this day marks a defining milestone. A maiden convocation is not about numbers or scale. It is about faith. Faith that the institution has done enough to let its first batch of students step into the world with confidence. Faith that was built here will hold its ground beyond the classroom. In the context of learning of law, along with the learning of life, my dear young friends, over the last few years, you have studied statutes, judgments, doctrines, and legal principles. You have learned how arguments are framed and how conclusions are reasoned. As you leave this campus, and those who have already left, remember that the law will still continue to teach you, but not But now, not in the old fashion, it will do so in sterner ways through clients, institutions, conflicts, and consequences. With the hope that most of you will join bar, I wish to emphasize that you are entering the legal profession at a time when its relevance is unquestioned, but its expectations are demanding. Law today engages with rapidly changing realities, namely technological disruption, economic complexity, expanding rights discourse, and heightened public scrutiny. Institutions are expected to be transparent, efficient, and humane. Lawyers are also expected not only to argue well, but to advise responsibly. In this context, the profession looks to its youngest members not merely to adapt, but to elevate standards. It looks to you to restore confidence when it was weakened, to introduce innovation without eroding principles, and to practice law with both competence and consensus. This expectation is not a burden, it is a vote of confidence. Every generation of lawyers inherits a profession shaped by those before it, but it also carries the responsibility of renewal. Your generation will be judged not merely by how effectively it navigates change, but by how thoughtfully it anchors that change in enduring legal values. In moments of pressure, the profession will rely on you to remember that efficiency must never come at the cost of fairness, and innovation must never dilute accountability. You will also discover that elevating standards often require silent resolve rather than dramatic gestures. It lies in deep preparation when shortcuts are tempting, in restraint when access is easy, and in independence of judgment when conformity feels safer. If you approach your work with this sense of responsibility, you will contribute to something larger than individual success. You will help strengthen public trust in the law itself, which remains the professional's most valuable and fragile asset. So when you are entering the profession, everyone expects you to be honest. Let me speak to you with this candor. In the early years, the profession will take more from you than it gives back. You may find yourself observing more than arguing, waiting more than winning, and learning more than earning. This can be unsettling in a time that celebrates speed and visibility. But the law has never been a profession of instant validation. It tests not only ability, but temperament, the capacity to remain steady when progress is not immediately visible. Many of the finest lawyers and judges even did not begin with certainty or advantage. Their growth was gradual, often unnoticed, shaped by patient preparation and composed perseverance. What distinguished them was not merely acclaim, but consistency, the discipline to show up, to prepare thoroughly, and to improve incrementally even when no one seemed to be watching. If you allow these years to teach you resilience rather than resentment, perspective rather than impatience, they will serve you well for decades to come. The law, in time, recognizes those who respect its pace. It rewards those who treat it not as a shortcut to success, but as a craft to be learned carefully and practiced with integrity. Law is not a sprint. It is a long, deliberate journey. Those who remain committed, curious, and sincere often find that the profession rewards them, sometimes a bit later than expected, but in ways that are enduring. Always remember, integrity is the quiet foundation of professional authority. My young friends, if there is one quality that will sustain you through the uncertainties ahead, it is your integrity. Integrity does not announce itself. It reveals itself silently in how you present facts, in how you advise your clients, in how you treat opponents, and in how you respond